Yeah. What they call it?
We good now. Oh. Let me know when that's live over there.
Oh, we live
already?
We live.
We live over there?
Yep, we good.
Yeah,
We live?
We live.
Good?
We
Everybody
good.
good?
Oh, yeah, we
live.
Like you straight?
Good, bro.
Did you talk to mom about? Oh, shit! Oh, we live! My neighbors gonna file a complaint against my black ass. But by then, hopefully, we be making some money and it won't matter.
Yeah, you can just pull a Drake move at that point.
Oh,
If the
I
neighbors
love
complain,
y'all so
buy
much.
their house,
We live,
hit the
not
neighbors.
safe for ears. Who we live with? Everybody look at him.
Ricky!
Ricky, buddy! Ricky, buddy!
Hey!
Ricky, you still survive after that gunshot wound in the back, or
It's above me now.
it's above you now? Who said that? Who the fuck
like
said
that, I
that?
like that.
Who said it's above you now? Shit? That shit just happened. Who the fuck said that?
Some kid
No.
that was
Somebody said it's above me now.
some kid that
yeah.
I think somebody I don't know
Perfect
customer
timing.
service or whatever said they were using racial slander or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what
the
it
girl. The girl trying to book a hotel room, right?
Are we,
Last minute for that dying family. Everybody love their family. I respect that.
fact check. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, it was a whole because it was the video. I remember seeing the video now.
Okay.
So the dude who works at the Marriott or whatever fucking and he was like recording himself talk to the person. She was like, "Listen, I'm here for a funeral. I just need." He's like, "Yeah, I understand that, but you called me a nigga on the phone." And she says, "Look, just please." He's like, "It's above me now."
Yeah.
It's above me. She's like, "No." And then the other lady gonna say, "Well, listen, I got a racist grant." He's like, "I don't give a fuck." And then basically he was saying it's above me now. Like, no.
Like, no,
No,
we're
get
not
outta
doing it. No.
She should have just hit him.
Did y'all- did
You see the call again? You fucking nigga. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
see,
Thank you,
there it
ma'am.
is. You just proved it again.
Now it's really above
Did you
me.
see what happened with Meek Mill when he went to the
I
Cosmopolitan?
did. He about to, they apologized. They issued a formal apology. I ain't read it yet.
Ooh.
Issued a formal
I'm gonna have to
apology.
check that out.
And that's look, are they fucking stupid? The motherfucker just won one. Did he just win? No, he won something.
No.
Didn't he just win something? I feel like he won something. Maybe it's the
No.
They found some
public
holes
opinion.
They found some holes in his case as far as
He's
the
not to be
judge that
fucked
was
with
working
right
on his
now.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? You wanna the shit he's trying to fight on the bigger scale?
sure.
You gonna now jump in that same boat? You dumbass
No,
hotel.
right on the boat though, and then was on camera. That's the bad part.
I'd have told him bring his black ass in here. Even I'm racist.
And you know
I
what's-
don't want no smoke.
And you know what's
Black
funny
man.
because it's a simple fact. Like I stayed when they first opened up the Cosmopolitan, I stayed there. I mean, I'm not a rich black person or anything like that, but
So you just humble brag. See how you humble brag on us?
yo, because you would never
he say
expect
that?
that.
Somebody
because,
asked him.
you know,
spell
as
spell
old people-
Cosmopolitan. Don't spell it. It don't matter.
Where do you even
I don't
get
know
that?
spell it
Where
either.
do you even get that book from?
I know how to spell it, but I'm just give you a second. You put me on the spot.
For real, nigga.
You'll say Cosmo. Cosmo. All right, hold up, real quick
Cosmo.
though. Real quick.
You want it?
We back with the reigning champ,
Yeah.
Rickie Hood Rat. How many times you been on, baby?
3 times.
He's
man.
knocking them out
Been supporting since day
One.
one.
Yeah.
already.
Is it Hood Rat?
Yeah, that's my new
Hood.
moniker
Okay.
now. I know I got a bunch of different names on the wall, but
Yeah, you
Okay.
kind of do.
I apologize.
You gonna have to
Motherfucker, he
You
wanted from
gonna have to
that.
put, you gonna have to put like an equal sign, like plus this Ricky, plus that Ricky, plus
Yeah,
this.
right. Put an asterisk by that shit.
Okay.
You know when motherfucker changed his Instagram handle, he went from like the Instagram police or something. This nigga, he trying to change it. He put a post like, not today.
Or it's the Instagram stalker. Or it's the Instagram stalker trying
Somebody,
to stand
yeah.
Yeah.
That chick, you was drunk that one night and you told her you loved her.
And
For that naked
she
pic.
found
Oh.
that Ricky Jacobs joint.
Now she love you back.
He like, oh, this bitch is back again. Hood rat. Fuck it. She ain't gonna find that.
She ain't gonna respond to me this time. I'm gonna change my shit.
How you been, Ricky? Thanks for
Man,
coming
I'm
on
well,
again, bro.
man. I'm well, man. I can't complain, man.
Looking good. You're live.
Thank you.
Right. Dope shoes on.
Those shoes.
Thank
Got
you.
got his little. What kind of bag is that?
It's a merce,
Merce. What Merce stand for?
man. Purse.
Man purse. Got his own
Alright.
man purse on. What you got inside it? The blicky? What you got inside the man purse? The blicky?
No, I had this motherfucker.
Hey.
Hey.
He ain't sharing nothing with us though. Hey.
you can have this.
I don't need drink like that, fam. I'm
Ooh,
bluffing like a
give
motherfucker.
it to
You
me.
got one.
You have it? Yeah.
Look, I got my whole Chardonnay right here.
Oh yeah, we lit.
Yeah,
You
we're
want
going
some
ahead.
Mikey?
Play a
Mikey
little
is
Marvin
good.
Gaye,
Chardonnay,
Chardonnay. Just let the song play.
So what you been up to? Oh, hold up. This nigga Marvin just started singing, and he
Yeah,
sound
man.
halfway there.
Hell no.
Bitch, you been
No, let me
practicing.
tell you, right?
You been
Ho, ho, ho.
practicing. CJ
Let me
came
tell
on,
you.
you been practicing.
No.
Yeah, you have.
No, because
Do it again.
I like listening to my
Do it
wife
again.
sing, right? So let me tell you, she gonna fuck me up for this one. But let me tell you, she can actually sing, right?
Yo,
I
she
recorded.
can. Shout out Mona.
I showed you the
I
video,
saw.
right? Yo, she be singing, bruh, and I be like, babe, I'm like, yo, you need to do this shit. So she don't know, but I'm gonna start her a goddamn YouTube channel with
Why
just me
not?
just secretly recording her ass.
About your kids, I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I'm telling
Motherfucker
you.
gonna play
Yo,
basketball.
she good as a motherfucker.
She is very good. She's very
She
shy.
got
Like
some
my
talent.
wife, they can't
They be
take
trying
no
it though, right?
compliments.
They be trying it.
They
That's
sing
what's
all.
up, man.
They'll show their gifts to you all day. You be like, baby, don't fucking tell nobody. You like,
Exactly.
what the fuck you mean? You're a great cook, bitch. I don't cook for nobody but you. Like, all right, right, whatever. What else going on with you?
Nick is very
Still
open.
searching, yo. Still
Not
searching.
open.
You open.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's how our household is.
Mikey holding that damn wine glass. Like,
He held that shit like a, no. He was holding it like a 40 at first, wasn't he?
fam, this nigga had
At
that
first
shit.
it was like this.
At first,
Nigga had that
yeah.
shit like a Monster
Like-
Energy drink can. He was like,
There you go, bro.
hey, yo, hey, pass me that damn wine glass real quick. It's not-
That nigga was holding it like it was a
This
40
y'all
on a
know
choke
what I was
head.
talking about. He had that bitch like this. Let me zoom into this
There you go,
motherfucker
Mike.
real quick, yo. Let me zoom in. This motherfucker had it like black the power, that me. Fight the power. That motherfucker had it, yo.
Can't stand that
Anyway, he twisted up to the pinky there. Anyway, I love you, Mikey. That's my brother.
But what the fuck happened with this nigga?
I tried to reenact the
did that,
motherfucking
yeah.
Monster
Nigga was
Energy
just
drink
like,
shit.
this shit don't taste good like it used to.
They should probably sell their cans like that. That'd probably be a genius marketing.
If they
Of
did,
course, not
it's-
that much,
but
but
yeah,
like
they
the
had
hands.
it.
Twist.
That'd
Nigga,
be
that's
dope.
free game.
And plus,
That's
it's
free fucking
plus
game.
it's the energy drink.
It helps with
So
the grip.
what? It helps with the grip.
Energy
And
drink.
they could do like a football type.
How
drink,
about
too.
do y'all like that new top they got where you twist it? That I don't like that. I broke my nail.
They got a
I
twist.
don't like that.
She said I broke my
That's
nail.
some real shit though. It's probably other women who said the same
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I
probably.
don't.
It can be difficult if you have maybe like finger
I've
issues.
never seen
Yeah.
it though. All right, we're gonna.
It's it allows you to open it up and close it back up to keep freshness. Some of the other Mountain Dew's doing it as well. But you can like
Okay.
pop. Beer's doing it.
Mhm.
Coors Light.
Mhm.
They gonna keep you drunk longer. So
I'd
pop
rather
it open, put it
yeah,
back.
I like
You drunk
it.
longer.
Yeah. Keep you
all right,
drunk
back to
longer.
Ricky. Ricky.
What's up?
How many
y'all?
books you read since the last time we talked to you?
I don't know how to read.
All right. Maybe I should ask you that before I ask you that on air. You like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you know I don't read.
My son posts my captions.
Let's talk
Oh,
about.
for
Yeah, then he tells me what it says. Yeah,
real? Okay.
Say what?
He might be for real though.
Yo,
I'm dead ass.
I believe him.
Okay.
The crazy thing about
Should
it
we
is I
help him
believe
though?
right now.
I mean,
I
fuck
don't know
believe
how to
it.
read.
Should we help nigga learn how to read?
we should.
We should.
I mean,
That's
I'm
what I can't
like,
do.
look,
I
let me
need
tell
help
you.
with
Let me
it.
tell you. I'm reading the. I'm
Oh,
reading
you
the
joking
book
or
right
you
now.
serious?
I'm dead ass. Yo. I don't
You
know how to read.
Oh, I
I don't know how to
Man,
read.
but
when
you,
I post
you
my
run a blog
when I
spot
po-
where you post like eloquent fucking.
that's voice to text. You know what I'm saying? And then I get
Smart.
an editor, and then she just does what she do.
All
Yeah,
right,
I don't
we
know how
gon'
to read.
we
But
gonna we
let's
gonna.
keep it
What that
100.
say?
All of us,
What
in
that say?
certain, we don't know how to read certain things, right?
No, I know how to read, but I sometimes I don't know how to do. This is not no. This is getting weird. The energy's getting weird.
I ain't mean to, I'm transparent. Yeah, I don't know.
Why
how
you
to
do
read.
that to us?
Right.
Nigga,
Because now I'm
what's
sitting up here
wrong
like,
with you?
nigga, I'm reading a book right now. Like,
Yeah.
All right, real quick, I like what he said though. Him and
Okay.
his son, y'all a great tag team duo.
Mhm.
love it.
Oh,
How old
and-
is your son?
He'll be 8
Okay.
September 6th.
Fam,
Okay.
if you go to their page,
Right.
he has some of the most artistic.
Yes.
Is that the word you use for photography?
Yeah.
Whatever.
You can say artistic.
I don't know how to read.
Beautiful fucking photos. Beautiful fucking photos. I always want to ask him like, how you pulling up these photos? Some of them you can like maybe do selfie mode, but some are like him and he like looking at the cloud or some shit with his hand up mid-air like Michael Jordan. I'm like, who the fuck is pulling these off? So I asked him the other day. Mind you, by the way, if you saw our post with him, that's all his photos.
Oh.
I ain't do that dope ass shit. I wish I could take the credit, but that's him. He said,
Dope
my
is fine.
son. His homeboys ever that, but my son.
Wow. 8
First
Not
of
a
all, the-
homeboy,
Yep.
not your older brother, not your younger brother.
That
We talking about
8-year-old.
his
your
little
son.
boy.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
he's almost 8, right?
Yeah, he's almost 8. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
almost 8. He's not even 8 yet. So he's 7, technically speaking.
Amazing.
7 and a half,
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What are you
That is
doing to
awesome.
feed that? Like has he always
Yo.
liked photography or are you also like, okay, if you like it, I'm gonna really expose you to some shit.
I don't really know. I think he just visually like it's just natural. Like he just sees like my eye and how I take pictures, and I think he just kind of like mirrors that. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I was younger, I mean, I didn't even have that type of like direct influence. You know what I'm saying? As far as like my aesthetics and shit is concerned, like I always been like into whatever type of art visually, and even just like writing and stuff like that. So I just think it's just in his DNA.
Okay.
You know
It definitely is. The photos are captivating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not even trying.
We need to bring him on.
He said, "What that means?"
I was going
Now
to.
you understand words, motherfucker. You might not know how to
don't.
read them, but you heard captivating.
With this motherfucking
How
man.
you know how to use them in voice text if you never heard them and understood it? See, now I'm in your theory. It's flawed. You know, I see them big words you put in them goddamn "know" in the dark. Is it called "know" in the dark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I see
babe,
them words.
can you move your finger?
Yeah.
Why
It's
you
all-
pointing
I can't
like
fi-
that?
I
I don't
can't-
like when people point at me.
It's all in
I don't
it.
like
It's
that.
all in his beard and
But he
shit.
can fight. He can fight.
No. You know, you know it was a love though, right?
I was about to
All
tell him to get it out of my face,
All
but
All right, let me work on that. Look, let me pull that motherfucker back.
no.
Sorry about that.
Right.
Booty?
His finger
What you
all
the
in my
police? My
face.
bad. My bad.
I thought he was about to tickle y'all ass real quick.
I was about to fucking pass out because I was holding my breath and shit. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you, bro. Yeah, no.
Nick, move that finger, y'all.
Bite it.
Oh shit,
All right,
yo,
no,
she
no,
ain't
no,
just
no.
call you yo. You been here too long.
Oh, she been saying, yo, it's
I've
all
been
good.
saying
It's
that,
all good.
yeah.
Oh.
You got to.
I was in
You got to.
Greensboro too for like a month.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that was cool. It was a cool experience.
What else you like down
North
there?
Carolina, right?
Yeah.
That's my shit.
North
Okay.
Kakalaki.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
already
know.
know.
I got
Yeah.
family in Raleigh. I'm actually going there in
Oh, for
October.
real?
Yeah, I got family in Raleigh,
Oh,
like a
that's
big
what's up.
family in Raleigh too.
I went to school in Raleigh. I went
Shout
to
out to the
Lewisburg
Ferraris.
College. Yeah,
Oh, for
in
real?
Raleigh, yeah.
That's what's up.
What's
Hey,
this, a North Carolina jamboree? What the fuck?
No,
I went to
it
North
was
Carolina. I went to the
yo.
store in North Carolina, man. My shit, my North Carolina.
Right.
motherfucker.
No,
Nigga.
tell them about when I took you to North Carolina. Oh my gosh. Nick was so in North Carolina we don't have no style. So Nick
Oh,
came.
yeah.
We
They-
was
You probably
there-
wanna say certain
unfortunately,
parts.
we was there for my uncle's funeral, but Nick was all tailored. So when he went in the store, I was nervous because everybody, all the thugs was looking at him like, "Who this nigga all tailored with?"
Yeah.
Niggas about to get robbed.
Yeah.
They said,
I know. Look at all sexy
Right,
and
we about
shit.
fucking Taylor
We don't
Steele
have
up.
sexy niggas in North Carolina. Sorry,
Ooh.
we don't.
Yeah, that wine got her
Yeah.
turned. She didn't shit in North Carolina 4 or 5 times.
And
Fuck
then,
them
yo,
records.
the
They
craziest
ain't got no
thing,
style.
yo,
The dudes is
some of
ugly.
the area I was in Greensboro, like some of the women, they looked like they was 40, and they was fucking 25 years old.
Yes.
Ooh, hard,
I'm
life.
like, what the hell is going on?
Hard lives. I'm gonna
It
go
was
like
it
that.
was rough.
So how many numbers you got though?
I mean numbers, like one. I ain't know if they was fucking.
Like
I ain't
one.
know if they was fucking. You know what I'm saying? Shorty or auntie. You feel me? Like, I ain't know.
He said I had to. I
I
couldn't
don't know.
distinguish the difference. Right now. I was like,
I
shit,
don't know how hog tie
fucking
people.
with you.
R. Kelly said that. Went over your head.
What's up with R. Kelly? Where we are with that?
know.
I know he had the prosecutors in New York got a case they trying to pin against him. He got a,
Yeah, I, heard,
I know he
yeah.
actively fighting something, and his mother was in line like we got that
Yeah.
ass too.
But am I wrong to still be like humming some of his shit?
You his shit is
Great
fire.
topic.
We all
He
be
had
thinking
some
that.
hits.
Right
Look,
now,
we
somebody
all
starts
thinking
singing something, we go all sing together. Pick one.
I believe
I
I
can
can
Oh,
fly.
God. Graduated
Come
to
on,
that
come on.
shit.
I believe I can
touch the sky.
Hey,
Fuck out that part.
think about it every night and day.
But yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable now when.
Spread my wings.
Right.
No. All right, so look, there has.
What
do you-
wings is he really spreading? It's like no.
Should there be
Oh,
a?
shit.
Well, check this out. Let's answer this. This is a good question. Should there be a separation of the art, right, and the person?
Ooh.
That's
I
tough,
think it
yo.
should
Because
because he's talented.
it should.
He's
Okay.
just fucked up in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Oh,
He's been
what-
through a lot. If you've seen the documentary, he went through a lot growing up,
That's
being
true.
molested and stuff like that. So that's
It's not
why-
making it right, but
right.
It
but-
gives the background. It gives the MO to it.
right.
I
But
pro-
it's still people that's fucking with him though.
But
It's still people that ride for him.
no. It's not just allegations.
But
They
when
got
you got a
DNA
pattern.
now. They-
They
you
got
feel me?
DNA, yeah,
Every,
they
you
got
can,
DNA
you'll
now.
believe
it's
every
some
allegation.
DNA backing
Yeah.
up now.
Again,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
information that he was already tried for. Remember,
Mhm.
this is
It's a repeating. Yeah, it is a repeating case.
No. These are no. Time's out. No. These are not old cases. Of course, you're right. It would be double jeopardy, but these are new cases. These are new people. No, what do you
But
mean?
but
You don't just
a
get
single
all
person.
rapes discounted, motherfucker.
I'm not
Hey!
I'm just
I
saying.
didn't rape that one time, so all future rapes don't count. And if they win that
Just
same
because it was
period,
in
they
the
don't-
same time period.
We innocent until we proven guilty, correct? We're supposed
Mikey.
to. We're supposed to be.
All right, we're gonna tabletop that one. This motherfucker just said. All right, so listen, check this out. Operation Paperclip, right? You had.
I'm not just give the brother his credit until he's a Bill Cosby. And it's like, damn.
But the,
Until they actually put the handcuffs on him.
Right.
You try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's kind of difficult.
I know what you're saying. I feel you on that, but it's like, man, the game ain't over yet, man. We down by 20, but
I don't agree with nothing you saying, but
I'm not touching this.
No, I understand what he's saying, but
look,
yeah,
he missed the whole documentary.
So,
I'm more favor to the
fuck was he watching?
She said that I hog-tied the.
These things have to be proven.
All right, so this is what they're actually doing now. I think we should see this out, and we're not really experts on this topic. No, I don't
we're
think
not.
anyone's
But
really
this
read
is-
up.
but,
So now we
this is
just
a conversational,
Like,
not safe for ears podcast. So this is what the fuck this is about.
Mikey over here discounting the motherfucking rape history. like it's a clear browser. You just be like,
I'm mad
yeah.
this nigga's calling it a discount
If he
though.
did
Like,
it gotta be posted on Instagram, reposted. It gotta be liked.
Checks and balances.
It gotta be screenshotted.
but you gotta
Screen
look at
recorded.
the parents too. What are the parents involved in this?
see, and
I
that's the
think
thing.
so.
That's
All
the
right, so
part.
I
hold on,
believe that.
before we
I
go to
believe
that
that.
question,
Okay.
do we all
Fuck,
agree that
yo.
you can separate the art from the
Yes.
person?
Yes.
Even in the
Yes.
worst case scenario.
It's
If they
kinda-
invented
it's-
something for the world that helped us, but they also was a
You
murderer.
know what? I got
can
to
you
backtrack
appreciate-
on that. It depends on the situation.
It does.
It
I was getting ready to say
really
that.
does.
So
Because
time
R.
out.
R. Kelly is talented, but what he did to these fucking little girls,
Yeah.
teenagers.
Well, listen to what I'm saying. Check this out. Check this
Yeah.
out.
Even
no,
his ex-wife said, like, come on now.
no, I'm not saying.
Just last year, she was bumping the shit though too.
Yeah, that
So
shit,
it's just
yeah,
like-
so, yeah.
It's not so much that he gets a pass.
Uh-huh.
He never gets a pass. I'm saying, can you
But
continue
it
to play?
seems like he's getting a pass because he's R. Kelly.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen.
Or in
Can
general.
you still play that song at graduations and sing that song?
No,
Nah.
not that.
Not
one.
like I don't like R. Kelly. He's
No.
disgusting. But can I still say I believe I can fly?
Well,
Can you
what
not
about-
even say that no more?
See,
Can you no longer fly?
Well, wait a minute.
But that
wait a
was an
minute. 'Cause,
original
like,
song before he. I think
It
that was
was?
a remake. I think it was a original song before R. Kelly did it. I think
think-
that's
yeah,
a
it is.
rendition.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
think it's a
I
remake.
didn't
Yeah, I think it's a
know.
remake.
Damn, I did not know that. So then we can
But he
say
owned
that.
that shit so good. It's just like you thought it was R. Kelly.
So that means no.
Right.
That means we can continue to sing it because it wasn't even.
But
his
what
song.
about Step in the Name of
But
Love?
when
Like,
you sing
play
that shit,
at
you
a
don't
cookout,
think about
like-
the guy
Hold on,
who-
we can't
Yeah.
do crosstalk on the thing. Go ahead.
You don't think about the
picks it
guy
up.
who did it previously. I don't even know who wrote that song previously, but I do know. I think it was an older song. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear "I Believe I Can Fly," you think of R. Kelly. You don't identify with who sung it previously. You know what I'm saying?
What were y'all saying?
But
Oh, never mind.
it's
You going
tough, yo. It's so tough. Like because you be like, oh, and then you be like, you do the heel toe. You be like, oh fuck, I forgot he did that shit.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
I can't even sing
Ta-
this shit
we,
no
we, was
more.
we was talking about Step in the Name of Love. Like when
Yeah,
you play that
that's a
shit at a
classic
cookout,
right there.
wedding
Every
or whatever,
cookout
everybody
you
got to
playing
get
that.
out and
Yeah.
step in the name of like. It's difficult because you like, yo, he had some great music.
He did.
But at
He
the same
did.
token, like it's like if you blackball R. Kelly for his music, and that's the same way what they did with Kodak Black about the whole Lauren London thing.
Oh, yeah,
He got
yeah,
blackballed
yeah.
because of that
Oh
shit.
yeah, I don't like him.
That was a little different too, though.
I really think that was.
Yeah, it was.
It was
So that's
contradicting
the
towards
part-
All the other rappers that did the same damn thing.
So that's what.
T.I., all of them did the same thing previously, and then they're calling him out.
Who the fuck told him he could talk? You ain't got no mic.
Mike,
Your show is next time. No. The reason I say that, you can't really pick it up. We got to condense the mic. If you're not directly in front of it, it's gonna sound like this. So you can go. No. Sit over there, Mike. If you want to talk, you gotta sit over there.
yeah, you
And then
saying
go
some
back to
shit.
exactly what you were saying.
We don't want you to fuck. We know you ain't dropping that shit.
Yeah.
So Mike, you were saying
fuck all this shit.
you were saying Kodak Black.
Yeah, it's contradicting.
You gotta get a little bit closer.
Based upon like
Don't squish
all the
that, man.
evidence. Like if Kodak Black was the only one that did this, opposed to all the other rappers that made a move in some type of subliminal way.
Mhm.
Except his was a little bit more like forceful. But he said he was joking. Like I was just.
No,
playing
but
or
listen,
something.
check this out.
No,
I
you
died.
Can't take that back.
Right? You, all my friends and family are grieving it, right? And then somebody we know within the industry comes and hollers at Mo. And I think he did it in a public forum. Was it just in the
Like,
DMs?
Well, it wasn't
Damn
that he
near,
was
no,
going.
damn
It
near
was
immediately after it happened.
yeah,
Like,
it
yo,
was
what's up,
yeah,
yo?
Nipsey wasn't even dead for 7 days.
That's
Come
what
on.
I'm
Like,
saying.
yeah,
It's a
He
respect.
wasn't even dead. He
It's
wasn't
a
even dead for
respect.
7 days.
Yeah.
So then the thing about it was he was recorded on live.
Yeah.
On live.
Yeah, on
And
live
it
in front
wasn't
of all
that he
his
was
fans.
going at her. He was saying like, I'm gonna give her a year and then I'm gonna try to go at her. Like,
he did apologize.
He
for
did
it, but he still
apologize.
don't make it right.
Listen, I've said a lot of fucked up shit.
so it
So-
kind of depends on the situation, like me and Mo was saying, because it's like you can get blackballed for your music and you know separate the talent from which you or from the artistic part of it from the actual person, but it kind of depends on the
I
situation.
just feel bad for his daughter because R. Kelly's
Yeah.
daughter, she's going through it right now.
That's a real good point. The
Yeah.
daughter,
That's a real-
especially.
Yeah, she's going through it.
It's like OJ's daughter.
Yeah.
It's like,
Her
I ain't
father-
nothing to do
like,
with that
she's
shit.
probably getting picked on. Your father a fucking rapist or whatever. Like she's going through it.
True,
So I
true,
feel
true.
bad for his kids.
Real quick, I got a history fact. Operation Paperclip, right, was the acquisition of Nazi scientists, aerospace scientists, engineers. After the war, right, they realized that, okay.
Cold War.
No, that's
World War I?
Nazis.
Oh, yeah. So my bad.
World War II.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all good, baby.
I'm sorry.
Cold War.
Because
Come on, the freedom of the
I forgot
slaves.
about the part that he said Nazis. I just heard war, and I was like,
Oh, it's all good,
I
it's
forgot
all
about the
good.
Nazis part. My bad.
So, it's all good. It's not saying baby. We
Fun
have
fact: Marvin doesn't know his history.
No, you do. We don't know it all. You can't know it all.
Marvin smash.
So listen,
I know some shit. I know some
They
shit.
didn't teach us history.
Oh shit!
don't say that. Jesus
And that's
Christ.
what
Oh,
that was
yeah,
with the
they
last.
did.
That's the fourth time.
They
That was the
did.
last state they freed the slaves and shit.
Don't teach you. All right, so look, Operation
crazy.
Paperclip, the acquisition of high-level scientists, right? Now, mind you, these are scientists that took part of Hitler and his regime, killing millions of people, right? And they said, no, we're not just going to waste this. And the same thing the scientists said, they said, look, man, I'm still of value. You can let me go to some other country, right, to some Japan or China and give them all my knowledge, because a lot of shit they was working on, the armies and the infantry and a lot of the military might of the Germans was ahead. This is the documentary you see on like American history, was ahead of like what we were doing as far as tanks and everything. So when we were talking about the ends justifying the mean or separating the art from the person, these motherfuckers took part in killing many fucking people. And America said, Operation Paperclip, you can Google this. They said, no, we cool. Come on over. Oh, full pardon. Not only are we going to set you up, I forgot the name of the dude, but he became like the head of NASA. So there are a lot of conspiracy theories in that too. But back to R. Kelly, I think we do have to understand it. Just because we don't know some of the dirt of some of our famous or well publicized people doesn't mean it isn't there. And R. Kelly is a terrible fucking person, right? And what he did is terrible, and it's gonna affect people for decades, if not centuries, right? It's passed down, even subconsciously. But "Step in the Name of Love" is still a great fucking song.
Shit fire, yo.
I Believe I Can Fly still motivates
fire,
me to be
yo.
better.
The Woman's
So,
Threat, that
like
shit
with Michael
fire.
Jackson, you got to separate. I think you got to separate the two.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bump and grind.
You
That shit
definitely-
is fire.
Ooh, bump and grind.
how did Bump and Grind
You know what I'm
go?
saying?
Wrong.
I don't see nothing wrong. My mind
Oh.
is telling me no.
My mind is telling me no. My body.
We have a sing along on
But
this
guess
motherfucker.
what? How crazy is that now that you know he was thinking about a little girl?
But listen,
My
he
mind is telling me no,
created-
but my body.
he
Nigga, what the fuck is
created
wrong with you?
majority of Aaliyah's hits.
Yeah, that's true too.
Think
Damn,
about that.
yo.
Yeah, so then that means you can't really sing Aaliyah shit.
God,
if
you know,
you-
rest in peace to her, but majority of her hits came from him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How old was Aaliyah when he?
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Super
she
young.
was dumb young.
We
Think she
had
was
another-
I think she
But
was
to
like
go
16
back,
or 17.
Nick, you and I talk about it all the time. Like a person,
Put the mic more in front of you.
their past, you know, R. Kelly got a lot of issues. Like we didn't know that until this happened. The things that happened to him growing up. Should we blame him for the way he was brought up, and things that happened to him because he is the way he is?
Yes, some
You
of the
and I, we
blame.
talk about this all
Well,
the
some of the
time.
blame though goes on him because Michael, my brother and I, who's on the show today, we've had a rough upbringing, like a lot of other people in the world, right? Drug abuse, family abuse, all type of shit. What choices did we make, regardless of the
Right.
shit we went through, to make sure the cycle is not continued?
True.
Right? Because if we go by that, it's a lot of shit I could be doing to you that is terrible, or to each other,
Oh,
or
well, you would
selling
be
drugs.
doing that to
we
me.
understand that, and that's your tagline. You ain't gonna beat me up, but I'm saying, I mean, I would die in the process, but the lack
It's
of me
still
not
a
even
cycle,
trying,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
So, you don't.
Oh,
It
we
is an
wanna talk
excuse.
about that one.
Let's
Yeah,
talk,
right.
Ricky. I said Rocky. Ricky, you do some more talking. What else you want to talk about, Ricky?
Well, I
This your
wanna
day,
talk
baby.
about- Man, we
Top
talk
back.
about whatever, man. You feel
Motherfucker, I
me?
get this motherfucker the mic. He saying, "Look, it's back on you, niggas."
Yeah, man. You're the podcaster.
All right, so real quick, I got something else
Podcast
for you.
me.
What are you gonna do more with this Know in the Dark? I really like what you're pushing there. You're very, very transparent. Very, very transparent. If I can remember one of the things you were talking about, I'm not gonna go there because I can't remember it all, and it was kind of fucked up. You talk about a chick, so I don't want to put it in your mouth. But what is your idea? What are you doing with this Know in the Dark? What are you trying to do?
Well, my agenda for Know in the Dark, really, the idea started with me wanting to write a book, basically of, you know, my journey through this thing called life. and I wanted to be very transparent, and I wanted to kind of like gauge into like more so like men with mental health issues and even women. And my thing about it is like for me, you know, after my mother passed away, I just needed shit to just keep my mind off my you know, the passing of my mother. You know what I'm saying? So I just needed to stay busy, or else I would go crazy. And writing and making music was like very vital during those times. So you know, when I went to North Carolina, well, before I went to North Carolina, matter of fact, let me tell you how I ended up in North Carolina.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you know, I was working at this job, you know, because I be doing the community living living assistant shit, which I love to do. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the job that I was working at, it was in Bowie, and you know, I was working all around the clock. I was a live-in, you know what I'm saying? Because I got evicted from my apartment, and I was pretty much homeless. You know what I'm saying? So I was, you know, I had like a couple of days to figure something out before I actually physically got evicted from my apartment. So I found this job in Bowie. It was on Indeed Jobs or whatever, and they called me. And I mean, I did the interview. You know, killed that shit because I know my shit.
Hey,
You know, so,
Gang.
and
You heard him?
you know what I'm saying? And I was doing that for like a month, but like one time, the day that really like fucked me up in the head was when, you know, it was payday, and I was a living, so you pretty much working all around the clock. And the lady told me, like, you know, because there's only 2 clients in the house, we can only pay you $110 a day. Mind you, I'm working from 7 in the morning to when they go to sleep, and mind you, I still got to be alert. You know what I'm saying? Just in case one of the
it's like an EMT or a firefighter.
Yeah, I still gotta be alert because one of the clients had insomnia. I'm a little fucked up.
No, you good.
I can't read. So
Just hey girl, we can't be
You
together. I
feel me?
can't read.
Yo.
This nigga use it for
one,
everything.
yo, so like,
I can't pay the rent today. I can't read. I'm sorry, you said that shit.
shut up, yo. So look.
That time it's time for us to pay our rent. Let's say that we can't.
Yeah, I was like Rickie said I can't read. So
Yeah, right.
All right, man. They pay $110 for more work than what you actually getting paid.
Definitely more work,
work
and I
than
feel
unpaid.
like the pay didn't quantify with, you know, as much the amount of work I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is a hard job, yo. It's just like raising a child, but it, you know, they're older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see you cooking around the clock. You
Cooking around the clock,
chaperoning the
breakfast,
whole-
lunch,
yeah.
dinner, snacks in between. You know what I'm saying? And to only get $110 a day, nah, that shit was really discouraging. And I was, you know what I'm saying? And this is at the same time I'm trying to figure out how to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really the one like saving money. I think for real, honestly, saving money is the wackest shit ever. Like, when people try to like encourage people to save money, that's cool if it works for you and you don't mind it. But why can't we have these jobs that just pay us a decent amount of money where we can just enjoy our life as we fucking go? You know what I'm saying? Saving money is the wackest shit in the world. We do a lot of whack shit, you know what I'm saying, to live, you know, above our means, just to survive. You know what I'm saying? Or we gotta plan vacations a year in advance so we can have X amount of dollars to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Nah, that's some whack shit, yo. Why can't I just?
Is it whack because the system makes it
Yes.
that we have to do it that way,
Yes.
or but what about a little self accountability, saying, okay, look, I understand that this is the cards I'm dealt. Maybe I should save for that rainy day.
Absolutely. No, and absolutely.
But it is stupid that we got to
Yeah.
live check to check because we're not getting paid what we deserve in the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Now that's important. Like, I feel like
Oh, yeah.
saving money for those rainy days, yes, that's essential.
Right.
But like having to save money because that new iPhone coming out, you know, in September and it's July. Let me save X amount of dollars to get that. Like, fuck that. I want to get that shit as soon as I get paid and still have money left over. You know what I'm saying? These jobs never really, these jobs never really pay you enough. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? To enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying. So I was going to work one day. Like, I didn't want to even. My attitude wasn't even on work. Like, I didn't want to go. But I'm on my way to work.
It was Monday, wasn't it?
It was definitely nigga.
Yo said my attitude was not ready to go to work, and I said,
Worst, yo.
when do I feel that way?
Yo,
Monday.
Nigga.
It's not Friday. Friday, you like, I go to work, nigga.
Yeah, right.
Shit,
Get
I
this
ain't gonna
shit
be
over
here.
with.
Shit, my Friday don't fucking matter. I go over on Saturdays.
Mama got
Yo,
Saturday, works on
listen.
Fridays. It's Thursday.
Yo,
That is a motherfucker.
it was Monday morning or whatever, and something weird happened. So like I had to catch the MARC train to get to work because it's all the way out in Bowie. For whatever reason, I was in my phone and shit, and I wasn't paying attention. I missed my stop, right? I'm like, fuck. I missed my stop by like 2 exits. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm like, I'm in fucking DC now. I'm like, shit.
Go music and shit.
Wait. It was too early.
Sorry.
Hey, it was too early for that. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like I said, I wasn't mentally there. I wasn't mentally prepared to go to work. So I'm just like, fuck, yo. I missed these 2 stops. Well, look like I'm not gonna go.
Oh,
So
do a no call, no
that-
show though, fam.
That
Look, you might hit it.
Hold
Time
on.
out. All right.
That
gotta
nigga
stop
said,
here.
fuck him.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
with you.
'em.
You know I'm gonna ride with you, right? But let's say you was a supervisor. You've been a supervisor in this type of
I
role
am a
before.
supervisor.
Okay, so if a motherfucker, listen, look, you be the boss. I'm gonna be you. Go ahead. No, you gotta call me. No, I call you.
You calling me?
All right. You pick up.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, boss? What's up, man? You ain't gonna believe this shit. Now you gonna say, where you
What's
at?
going on? What's up?
Man, I was on this goddamn train, man. Look, it was club music, and all of a sudden it was go-go music. I'm like, I'm in DC and shit. I ain't even gonna come in today. I don't even feel like I ain't in the mood for real.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I was tired, man. I was out chilling. Anyway, it don't even matter. I was tired. I missed my stops. But, look, I ain't gonna be an asset to you anyway because I don't really feel like coming to work today. I want that paycheck, though, when I get paid on Friday. But I don't feel like coming to work today, so we Gucci? What you gonna say? And be real, motherfucker. What you gonna say? Nah, he about to lie. Look at him about to lie.
No. I mean, I would be upset, and then I would just be like, you gotta call it 2 hours in advance, man. Come on. Now.
All right, now, boom.
You know better.
Now, stop right there.
But-
Did you do a no-call, no-show?
Yeah.
So you ain't even give him that shit.
Nah.
You was like, they
Fuck
gonna
'em,
figure it
bro.
out.
Hey. At the end of the day, you feel me? When you take these positions and you read what you're required to do, you know what you signed up for. Once you signed it, that's the affirmation saying that you read the job description, you know what's required, and you know what to expect. And things like that, it comes with it comes with working. Like
A no-call, no-show coming working?
Hell yeah. If you a supervisor, you know that it's possibilities that might happen.
But also repercussions come with it.
Absolutely. But the thing is you got to keep in mind, like, for the most
Now,
part,
if
we
your phone was
supposed to be
dead,
professional.
and that was the reason, and you could like kind of prove it, we might even get the first excuse. Like, look, fam, I was on the train, missed my stop. I was about to hit you. My shit was on 3% because I ain't charging her. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, Rickie usually solid. He come to work. I never had an
Yeah,
issue
yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Cool. But if this is your third no call, no show, and your phone always working when you on somebody's DMs, but the
Yeah,
day
it's fucked up. No, it is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? When you know,
I gotta offer a rebuttal. If I just
No,
let you keep
absolutely.
talking, it's like this nigga ain't gonna ask him about the no call.
No, absolutely.
Oh, don't worry. I was gonna catch his ass too, nigga. I was
Everybody should hold themselves accountable. Like at the end of the day, when you go to work, no matter where you work, you're supposed to be a professional. You know what I'm saying? That was a very unprofessional move.
All right,
but
now we on the same page.
yeah, so I agree with where you going. That was very unprofessional. But at the
But-
same time, nigga, $110 a day.
That's
but
unprofessional too.
you know goddamn motherfucking well, if I give your ass $110 a day and you feeding these people breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you gotta make sure they medicated on time, and then you gotta make sure you changing them, and then they toilet in them, and all this type of shit. Like pretty much the same shit you do to the same self care you do for yourself, you gotta do for somebody else.
It's a big job, yo.
That's $110 a day
for a
Yes.
whole day.
I felt disrespected. So when I feel disrespected,
Fuck
I would get disrespectful, and I was just like, "Fuck them."
You put him on,
Yeah.
you put him on silent. He looked at the
Fuck 'em,
content
yo.
was like, yeah, I ain't answering
Yeah,
none of
no.
these
So,
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Do not disturb.
But let me ask, like, I think that probation shouldn't. How do y'all feel about probation? I think it should be cut out.
Why is that?
Because they expect you not to miss no days during probation.
No. That's
Your
not what they
probation
expect.
is how many days you expect me not to
Like
be
90
for
days.
family
I gotta come in this
anniversary.
bitch every
That's
day
the
for 90
unsaid
days.
rule, but really what it is, they want to
But
see
they
a
look
track
at you
record.
funny, though,
That's true.
if you have
Well,
to
they
miss a
do,
day.
but they do and they don't. So this is how it works. First of all, I've never been a supervisor in the sense of the. So what I'm telling you is off my own anecdotal experience. So we can all bring in that in, all right? But what they looking for is a track record of what they signing up for later, right? We're all on listen. We were on probation when we first started dating. I want to see if you were thotty after the first 2 weeks. I ain't never wiped no chick the first. What we call niggas suckers, right? Nigga, you met her last week and you wiped her? Where her probationary period?
Well, your mom didn't think I was the thigh.
She's stupid. I love her. The hell? She married my damn daddy. She retarded like hell. But listen. When you go through probationary period, your job is saying, okay, before we give you, the job is trying to say, before we give you all these rights,
I hate probation.
right? Benefits, whatever, right? We got to make sure you are what you said you was on that resume. Not just that
in that
reference you
interview.
got from your auntie who lied for you. Talking about, he the best worker. You getting that bitch and you jerking off in the bathroom,
was
right?
a district
So that's
manager
what it's
at
for.
Kmart.
It's for us to figure out if we
And you
wanna work for
100%
this
right.
company,
It is.
so it worked both ways.
It definitely works both ways, but you gotta have it. If not, then everybody would just get signed on as soon as they signed on. They don't do that.
True.
Now, another thing too, and I hear that a lot, right? First of all, Mama, how you feel about probationary period? Do you feel like it's some bullshit, we need to get rid of it? Or do you think it's important?
It's important.
I think that
It
it's
shouldn't
not
be as long.
I'm with you on that.
That's
one.
what I'm
technically
saying.
speaking, I don't think it necessarily matters. I think it just depends on the effort and work period. I mean, whether you're on probation or not, I think that it all depends on how your work ethic is, regardless whether you're in a relationship or at work. It could be after the 90 days. That doesn't mean you're not going to get fired, right?
Especially in Maryland. It's
And
at
in
will like a
Maryland, at will
motherfucker.
like a motherfucker.
They fire you
Hey,
91.
You can walk through the door, so you might as well turn back around. Here go your paycheck. What the fuck? What happened? We don't have to tell you. Fuck you mean you ain't got to tell me? I gotta go explain this to somebody.
We don't have to tell you.
So I think that the probation period, whether you cut it out or whether you keep it the same or extend it or make it shorter, I think that it's just there as of, I don't want to say as a quota. I want to say is there as a technique, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, all right, yeah, it is your probation period to see where you lie at, but even still, somebody can change after a year.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Somebody
not even
can change.
I can fake the
Somebody
funk for
can change
90
in 30
days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Now,
I think
I'm gonna tell you.
it
I'm gonna
doesn't
tell you
matter.
what. I'm gonna tell you the workaround of that, and I can't say you who
Because
told
a
me.
lot of people are waiting for that probation to end so they can.
So they
act
can
like
drag their nuts.
Well,
real,
guess what they
like-
doing now?
Yeah.
So listen.
Right.
Right.
This is what they're doing now with jobs, right? They're giving you merit-based promotions based off of your present work, not your tenure. So in the past, you would get a certain increase in pay because you've been there 10 years. And I've seen some documents now that they don't do that. Now you just, when you get your review, whatever your review is, I don't give a fuck if you've been there for 20 years and you the head, you're going to get it based off that most recent, what did you do for me lately? Versus, I've been here, I'm Gucci, I got it locked in every year, I get a 3% raise. You know how some jobs you get, once you permanent, you good, you just flow with it? Nah. First of all, it's off a budget allocation, but also, what did you do this year? Last year, you were great. This year, you missed 95 fucking days. And you did 5 no call, no shows when Go-Go Music in the back. Bitch, you ain't getting that 3%. You still can, you get 1%. So they doing that now, too. I do think it should maybe be shortened. I think it should be shortened, but it keeps us on the toe. And it also, what people don't understand is that it is your time to decide if you want to stay there.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's
That is
in the
true.
contract. If you actually take time to read it, it's in the contract. You can be like, I might do that one day. My job is great right now. But yeah, you can be like, you know what, after the 90 day, if you really got your shit together,
I'm
be
quitting
like,
my
I'm
job.
cool.
Next week, I'm quitting.
Hey, chill. Somebody might watch that shit. You don't know. You might say in a past episode where you worked at. They be like, oh, it's you.
Mo again?
Shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the next one.
I'm just joking.
That one got turned. No, you cannot fucking respond on nothing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm fucking with you.
Listen to your
You got, yeah, right. You grew up with that thing. You know he an asshole.
Oh, dude.
But to expound on that, like probationary period is a little bit biased for us because essentially, if you look at the statistics, we're not hired as other people are hired. I'm just gonna put it like that. I'm not gonna.
But hold up, probationary is for everybody. They don't got black probationary
I know,
period.
but the probationary for us.
No, time's out.
Black people.
No, time's out. Relax for a second. No, you make it in a race thing. We all, white or black, got the same probationary period. They don't give 90 to black people and 20 for white people.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
So,
I'm
but
not saying
that's
that
what
at
we're
all.
on. That's
But
the.
I'm just saying the quality of a probationary period opposed to someone that essentially has the valuable skills. Let's say hypothetically you have the valuable skills, right? And Tony has that valuable skills, right? And how they would chastise you and micromanage you opposed to Tony, right? And you start noticing little differences between you and Tony.
Is Tony white or is he a
Let's say
tiger?
hypothetically he's a white man, right? And
Okay.
you're a black man, right? Now you start to relate towards, okay, so me and Tony is essentially doing the same things. We are essentially doing bad in certain areas, but they give me more of a stress than they give Tony, right? So there's a lot of subliminal things behind the curtains that involves in these type of things, including our probationary periods, right? We could be a consistent, valuable worker, but essentially in the background, they're not even trying to look for a valuable. And how can you prove that? How can you essentially say, well, this is race based?
You cannot be late to work.
Right.
And you can call. Nope. Like not the.
Oh no, that's cool.
Listen, you think I ain't never do no call, no show?
Yeah.
You goddamn right. You think I've never been fired for fuck ups? You goddamn right I have. So I ain't picking on Ricky. I'm just we having a conversation.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are right. There are
Right.
bigger things. All probationary
Beyond,
periods are
yeah.
the same, right?
Right.
Like.
And there could
For,
be
and guess what? Not even
situations
race
on the job.
for men and women.
Right.
There are
Yeah.
women who
Not
do
even
the
just that, I
job
just use that as an hypothetical,
twice
but-
as good as a male counterpart, but don't get the same pay. This is going on right now.
Or the same recognition,
Right,
just
so-
because they're not looking for it from that
Exactly.
perspective
So-
of the individual.
Just so we don't get too far in the mud with this and make it a whole
Right.
hour of probationary periods. Maybe it should be cut down a little bit, but I think really our point of view is somewhat skewed because none of us really have had positions where we're at the top level and our output is based on not our underlings but the people we supervise. And a lot of times we give our bosses, right, or that position of being a boss a lot of shit, but you don't understand everybody's serving somebody. So the district manager's getting on the fucking what the fuck, and then here come Rickie. He on the train talking about, man, I ain't gonna make it today.
Or not even. He's going on about his day.
Then he go to Instagram like, yeah, I beat my feet like a motherfucker. And he like, yo, now all due fairness. Okay, listen, maybe we not paying you what you deserve. You think you deserve, but you signed a contract. I feel the same way he feel. I've had jobs was like, yo, the work y'all told me I'm gonna do, and the work I'm doing, it's not working.
quantify it.
But I gotta keep you in choices, right? I can be mad at whoever that might be, right? We can say the man, or I can say I need to make sure I'm a more valuable asset, or I gotta go right to entrepreneurship. Skip the middleman, go right to the people. Now, as you go to those different options, there's a benefit, right? If you're a straight entrepreneur, it's you, but then it's you. Your benefits
There
is
is
you.
no- yeah,
Your
exactly.
grind is you. People don't find comfort in that. Some motherfuckers like, look, man, I just need me a job.
Yeah.
So you gotta really pick. Okay, when I'm offering the marketplace, if it's not giving me what I want, I gotta find something else to offer in the marketplace. I'm going to school for computer engineering. I realize that I'm not making enough money for the lifestyle I want to live. I'm tired of motherfucking having to save, but they don't give a fuck.
They
They're
don't
like,
care
well,
nothing
bitch,
about none of that shit.
what else are you giving us other than what you're doing now?
Right.
Project management gets this. If you want to be a software engineer number 2, start at 90K. You know how to do programming? You don't? Sit your ass down and open Excel. So I got to pick what I want to do.
Gotta make yourself an asset.
That is
I
true.
tell you what, though,
And that's
Rickie
where
has some
accountability
legit
comes from.
skills.
But yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
so wrapping this up, not wrapping this up, but what happened? You still working with him?
Oh shit, niggas hit me with the what happened.
I mean, you told us all that part.
You're a bum now.
No,
Like,
I
I'm
mean,
fucking with you, I'm
are
fucking
you still
you,
with
I'm
them or?
No, I'm not. I work for a different organization. But like I was saying all of that to pretty much get to how I ended up in North Carolina. Like my friend, shout out to me, Tom. Yeah, I mean, I just hit her up on a humble and was just like, yo, shit is just not working for me right now. Can I crash at your spot? You know, at least give me a month to figure this shit out.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
What's her name again? Oh,
Me, Tom. Miss
Appreciate
Mimi.
you, Miss
Yeah.
Mimi.
Yeah.
That's
You know what
love.
I'm saying?
That's love.
And she let me come through, you feel me? She took care of me for real. It was all love and but you know, my tenure there, like I was just trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? My homegirl told me her job was hiring. I applied. And once I applied, you know, they hit me up and I told them about my situation, not really like in depth, but you know, I told them like, you know, I'm in North Carolina right now, but I refuse to come back to Baltimore unless I get hired for this position. You know what I'm saying? So I did the phone interview. Next day I got the job, and then I came back home and I'm back, you know, doing what I do.
Okay.
Wow. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Hand clap.
It is. So let me ask this question. if you would have never got if you would have never got that deal to come through, you would still technically speaking be in North Carolina right now.
Hell, goddamn, yeah. Because it was either you look for a job in North Carolina or come back. But I got so much, now I won't say I have so much here. I just got my son, you know what I mean? Which is a lot, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
That's all it need to
a,
be.
yeah, exactly. That's a lot to just leave behind. And, you know what I mean? I can't even imagine, what he was thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine, like,
You get
your
that phone.
father just, you used to seeing your father all the time, and then he just go to a whole nother state, and you really
I can imagine
can't understand.
I don't gotta imagine. My father just left. I nigga moved to Vegas 2 weeks ago. What you saying about imagine? I got video proof. What you talking about? No, I feel what you're saying. Especially a young boy, a young developing boy.
Exactly. He's not.
Yeah.
He you know what I mean. He has yet to really grasp like how to like just understand everything. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine. You know what I mean? So just empathizing with that. That shit was hard for me. I was just like, yo, I gotta figure this shit out, man. So I got the job. Came back home and we all right now, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to rebuild, get everything I lost back, and that's that.
Real quick, Sanity's doing the same thing, expecting a different result, right? I feel like the skill set you have are transferable. Maybe you might need an extra certificate or a whole nother lane, but what are we thinking about now, next level? Because Rickie, I've seen your grind. I don't work with you, but I feel like you do an amazing job, especially when you want to, when it ain't Monday, right?
Right. It's only
No,
Tuesday.
real
It's only
talk.
Tuesday through
If
Sunday.
you follow Rickie on his stories, you see the motherfucker cook. First of all, he can cook. He can cook, right?
Yeah,
And
alright.
it seems like he's very attentive and he loves what he cares about. He's not one of them dudes you gonna see a video of him beating somebody's ass when the camera, he didn't know the camera's on him. But for where you are and the type of jobs you're looking for, you feel like that you're not getting what you deserve.
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing to take it in your hand and say, you know what, I'm gonna take what I have, maybe add to it, and take my skills somewhere else? As LeBron said, I'm gonna take my blah blah blah. to
Talents
Miami.
back to
Talents.
my.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, good question. I'm glad you asked that, Nicholas.
Thank
So
you, Nigga said, look at this.
Nicholas Austin.
Oh, you fucking
all
bitch.
right.
No,
Oh shit, my bad.
no, they don't.
So no, so you know what was crazy? I think about this shit all the time, man. Like every time I go to work, man, I just like first of all, when I go to work, I really like my heart is in the right place. And when I learned when you work for somebody else, when your heart is in the right place and you working under poor leadership, they don't put you in a position to be successful. And that fucks with me. You know what I'm saying? That fucks with me a lot, especially when you're doing human services. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, the sole purpose for your that occupation is to make sure that these guys are well taken care of, make sure like they're integrated in the community, their needs are met and shit like that. And when you working under somebody who, let's just say I'm writing a form to request some funds because X, Y, and Z need a new cell phone. And you do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You fill out the form, have the client sign it, and you send it off, and you still waiting for that money that they have. It's like, all right, come on, man. You're not, your heart's not in the right place. It fucks with me. So I take shit like that and into ideas of having my own group home. To answer your question, so I really want to do that. I really want to do that, and it's steps to it. And I know they have classes for it, so that's what I'm working on. That's what I want to work towards, having my own group home. You feel me?
That would be great.
Yeah, catered,
Okay. Like
catered
real
to
talk.
more. Yeah, catered to more so younger men. Not more so with mental illness or mental health issues, but more so like trauma, which is pretty much under the umbrella of mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like catered to them, because what we was actually going to speak of is like the violence that's going on like in the city or not even just in Baltimore, but just like outside the city. You know what I'm saying?
It's mass killings that happen in Virginia and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's affecting the world.
Yeah, and the thing the thing that people really don't focus on is like having a slight level of empathy for the suspect. Because I say that because you got to think about, like, for instance, like, you don't always end up being a statistic or a product of your environment, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know, but at the same time, we gotta speak on the majority of like the outcome of like if somebody isn't showing you like or telling you how much you're worth or how much you love or just implementing like love in your household, you're not gonna know what the fuck that you're not gonna have any value for yourself.
You're not
And if
gonna
you don't have any value
for
for
it.
yourself, you're not gonna have any value for other people. So then let's just think about from childbirth, from an infant to a toddler, your childhood to your teenage years, and then you become an adult, and you weren't shown these like fundamental, things in life like love, which is the most important thing. You're gonna grow up fucked up,
True.
and the cycle continues. It's just a chain
You're
reaction.
saying it's definitely systemic. It's going over and over again.
It definitely it has to do with like the way you're conditioned. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, most
The
definitely.
way you know what I'm saying, you conditioned poorly, or like, you know what I mean, you just think about like if you was just raised, that's just some hypothetically speaking, you know your mom or whatever, you got just left for dead, like in the jungle or some shit like that. You'll be able to adapt in that environment, but that's the only environment you know, because that's the shit you just used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, don't chew in the fucking mic, man. It's like,
so
I'm no use trying to keep it close. I'm like,
so no, it's cool. It's cool.
yeah, you know, cause my mother.
Hey, yeah.
God damn, we gonna cut that part out. I said,
No,
we about to
no,
do it. We about to do it. Oh, fuck.
Hey, yo. So yeah,
I
I
ain't
think.
gonna say it to cut you off, but I said we gonna miss all that shit.
Oh, no,
So,
no. It's
Everybody,
cool.
back to serious face. Go ahead, yo.
Hey, yo, no. So I think that shit is really important, and then the most unfortunate thing about it is, a lot of these kids weren't, they weren't brought up with like positive role models and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucked up, and that's really for the most part the people that are like the cause of these murders and these crimes or what have you. They wasn't brought up properly. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about
You know what I'm saying? Like we all gonna make mistakes. We're not gonna treat everybody right throughout our life. Like we're not gonna do that.
That's how you learn
But
that you fucked up,
exactly.
and someone tells you fucked up, and you take
Exactly.
it. And, oh yeah, I fucked up.
some people got to learn how to
Exactly.
take accountability
Exactly.
for it though, because somebody can tell you that you fucked up and you might be in denial. Like I
Yeah,
didn't do
but
that
if you were
shit.
never you were never told like these things, or nobody that you look up to, because sometimes another thing, it could be two different people that tell you the same exact thing, the message is the same, the delivery is the same, but because somebody may value that person a little bit more or respect them a little bit differently,
True.
they register it a little bit better.
100%
That's true.
You know what I
100%.
mean?
I respect
Like,
that. Yeah.
You can say, Ricky, you fucking up. Mo can say, Ricky, you fucking up. Marvin can say, Ricky, you fucking up. But because of the relationship me and you built or something, or I respect it coming from you. Who the fuck are you, or who the fuck are you to tell me I'm
Right.
wrong? You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know.
But he just said the same. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just think like it's just an underlying. It's so many issues, man, and I don't really think nobody really has the answers. All we can do is keep trying.
I
keep
got the
trying.
answer.
And community outreach, I think is very important, especially for like kids. And
This your calling now.
Oh, thank you.
No, fuck that shit you doing. You gotta do that now. But
And
if you leave here and don't take those micro steps to what you're doing now, you fucked up. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah,
because you got all the skill set, you have the passion.
I mean, look at what you're doing with your son. I mean, with
My
just,
God,
with
look at what
just,
you're doing.
With just bringing out his talents and
This
and
your
molding
calling, yo.
him. Like, yo, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that, bro. Like, I got faith in it too.
not
I'ma
even
back Nick
you
on this.
can,
And
you have to do it.
I feel that way,
Nick in your ass.
and that's
down,
another thing. Like that's
You
another
got
thing.
to.
People turn their heads because if they feel as though that they don't have any type of connection with the person, it's none of my business. But the thing is when that person ends up
Doing
you
some
just
fucked
gotta-
up
we
shit.
just gotta keep it a buck. If that person that you turned your head, towards and look the other way, does some fucked up shit to your grandmother or breaking your mother's house and shit like that, you gonna wish that shit was your like, yo, each one teach one is very like it's a common phrase, but it's very important, yo. Like if you touch the people, you know what I'm saying, and just give them some type of knowledge where as though they can just take it with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you done your job. Now whatever they do with it, that's on them. But as long as you do your part, yo, like that's the most beautiful thing about life, yo. Like you can learn and you can evolve. You can always be better. You never ever gonna be perfect.
Right.
But
You can
you can
strive
always
for
be a
perfection.
better version of. You can strive for perfection,
Right.
and you can always be a better version of yourself. Each and every day you wake up, you can be better. You know what I'm saying? The things you did yesterday, all right, that was a bad day. How can I approach this day, whereas though yesterday won't happen anymore? You know
I
what
called.
I'm saying?
I did no call, no show today. I'm gonna call.
Yo, this nigga.
asshole.
Nick,
How you gonna do it?
yo, my man,
Hey yo.
That's what they all says to.
Hey,
You know what?
yo.
Hey, look, boss.
I'm
I
saying,
know.
yo, fuck
I
them,
know.
yo.
I ain't call you.
Them niggas
Hey,
give me
I'ma call you
$110, yo. And here's the thing, yo. I would do that shit for free if I was able to get money doing something else. I would do this shit for free.
That's why you gotta do this, because you got a passion for what you just said.
But the thing is, and you know, yo, people don't understand, yo. Like, yo, shit is getting rough, yo. Shit is getting so
fucking
rough, yo.
recession
And if
hit.
motherfucker, not even just that, but humanity,
True.
you feel me?
It is. That's true.
It's crazy, yo. Like all these fucking murders, and the thing that really fucking makes me sad is like that's not even a majority of the battle that is black people that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with outside races. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the minorities, but then within that. We fucking killing each other. You know what I'm saying?
We got enemies on both fronts.
We already
True.
doing the dirty work. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't got to do it. They doing it. Who we doing it for? Who we doing it for? 'Em?
Exactly, and that's the shit that hurt me because it's just like, yo, on God, yo, I can't see myself or see anybody like causing harm to somebody that look just like me, yo. That shit just does not sit well with me, yo, because we can be so much greater as a union, you know what I'm saying, versus just like, oh man, this nigga looked at me wrong, or oh man, this nigga done went in my girl DM, or oh man, this nigga done stepped on my shoe. Like these dumbass things that's gonna be here, we can't take this shit with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that we are killing each other for, yo. Like,
Right, like change the value process, change the moral process.
absolutely.
That's where it comes from.
But it starts from childhood.
That's
You
true.
definitely gotta implement these things and like when my son like he dropped his fucking what's the tape of bubble gum that be what's the shit? Bubble tape?
Bubble wrap or something.
Bubble tape.
Bubblegum tape.
Something like that.
He dropped
Bubblegum
his
tape.
he was mad as fuck. And I'm just like, yo. You know what I'm saying? I kept that buck with him like, yo, you whining over some fucking gum that we can go to the store and get later? Like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah.
Bro, man, the fuck up.
And it's a slippery. You walking on a slippery slope because sometimes, like with you can't say, yo, that's not a big deal. It's a big deal to him.
Right.
You know, what may be a small deal to you, may be a bigger deal to
It's all
somebody
subjective,
else.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? These things are disposable. You can get this shit. You know what I'm saying? We all got the same 24 hours, yo. We got the same 24 hours. Like as far as any establishment that we walk in, we have the same opportunities. We just gotta kind of show and prove. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta show and prove and just learn and just be a better version of yourself. You'll definitely be qualified to do whatever you want to do. You just gotta do the work.
Right.
That's all you gotta do is do the work. As long as you got a brain, as long as you functioning, you gotta fucking do the work. yo.
Stay right there. When are you going to start the process, no matter how small it is, to start this group home?
I'm just learning on the steps this summer. I just want to learn to see what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Call to action. Is there anyone we could look and provide to you that can help you? Because sometimes we make the same
Oprah.
mistakes. Oprah.
Steve
No,
Harvey.
we wish we had
Let me
that
call
kind of
Oprah.
connection.
But like a lot of times we make mistakes in fitness, right? Because we
Oh,
should have
yeah.
got a trainer or someone to tell you, look, man, your technique is
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Then
yo.
you find out after the fact.
I thought my
it's-
rib cage fucking with you because you ain't sound funny.
You probably did, right? I was like, stop being a bitch, Rickie. Like, man, this shit hurt. But all right, so look, right now, what process is it like you kind of stuck in? You're like, yo, if I had maybe a guidance counselor, if I had a real estate agent, if I had someone in that can help me, or just someone that can say, look, go in this right direction. What are you looking
Right.
for?
Are
Where's
there,
it?
like, certifications
Where you
you
stop
need
there
to
right
get?
now that we can help that process? Because talking is great.
Right.
We can do all people, but I'll be fight the power and all that, and then nobody does anything.
Nobody does.
Or we don't help the
Yeah, see,
people
I
that's
think
trying to
that's-
do something.
I think that's the part
So
where
I'm just a call to
we
action.
find
We had Brandon on.
accountability partners.
How can we help you? Because I can get off this show today, do some Googling and say, look, Rickie, maybe contact yo and see where we go with this. And then it's up to you to do it. And then it's
Yeah.
like, all right, look, I'm running off here. Can you help me print these forms out? How can we help you to make sure this happens?
Well, I mean, spread the word, and also too, like with me, because I've been in this field for about 5 years, it's just a matter of me, it's just a matter of me doing research and just Googling shit. I mean, it's I know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? It's just about me just doing that shit.
I tell you what,
And it costs a little bit of bread to go to these classes.
it's
and shit
always
like
gonna
that.
cost money to make it or to
Right.
change. You're gonna have to spend something. Check it out. We got a few different real estate agents that come on, and not only they come on, they just selling pretty houses. They flip homes, right?
We
So they
flip
buy them
homes.
cheap, renovate them, know all the people to help do that process.
Mhm.
That sounds like a future group home to me. You get something
you are
dirt
right.
cheap in,
You know what? I
in an
never even-
impoverished
yeah,
area,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then you make it a process where you show, okay, I might not flip it in a month
And
because I'm
then-
working off of my budget.
Matter of fact, I would
But we
also
do it
recommend
slowly.
look into the like they have the small grants and loan
That's right.
process.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
yeah,
that
yeah,
what is it? It's a website, and they when I find out, because my wife looked on it because she has some endeavors that she's looking into, and a couple things that I might be looking into as well. But once I get that information, I can let you know. But yeah, they talk about a whole bunch of different like loans, grants,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that for
yeah,
minority business owners and stuff like that. So once I find those, we'll get that information from her. Then I'll try to see if I can shoot it over to you, and then that way, if you need to, you can look on there and see if you can find some stuff that'll help out, with maybe like some kind of grant money or something like that. So it'll help you with getting those certifications or whatever else you need. You know what I mean? You never know.
yeah.
So.
We got a homeboy. I'm trying to remember his name. God forgive me. Number one, he's a definitely a big supporter of the show. He came to the last event. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Anyway, he talked about this on the show. Well, you forgot it too, motherfucker. You was right
I don't
here.
even know who, I don't even know who the fuck you talking about.
We only
I don't
have
know who you
two real estate niggas on here. name the other one.
He said, "How you gonna
Name
figure his
the other
name?"
Talking about,
Shit, I don't know what
his
he.
name, Edgar.
Edgar. There you go. That's it.
Edgar.
You remember that motherfucker name? Edgar. Edgar.
Hold on, who's the second real estate agent?
I lied like a motherfucker.
You son of a bitch.
Hey man, you know I be lying. Listen. This is what we gonna do. Right?
Oh, yeah, I need to talk to him too.
We're gonna talk to Edgar and have y'all connect. Edgar is doing it right
Edgar
now.
Allan
He's
Poe,
doing what you're
Pope
trying
the
to do
Raven
right
Nevermore.
now.
Yeah, matter of fact, I need his number too.
Knows all the
I gotta ask him a
resources,
question.
know all the people that can help you build it. Now you might have to go get some other endorsements or people to help fund it, but I think that's something we can come together and really make a
Gotta
change.
start a goddamn GoFundMe page too, Nick.
I'm telling all that, man. So look, what we gonna do? Thank you so much for coming on. We're not done. We're gonna close out in about 10 minutes, but I want to be
I
able to
ain't
look
done.
back into this. We're gonna start this together. You're gonna lead it. This is your calling. Fuck that 110. I did it on purpose. You see the finger? He got, listen, fuck that no call, no show because you're very passionate and you want to show up for this. Now it's just fueling it.
Oh, I like that segue.
So that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna look back at this.
Right,
And
so I'm
I'ma
putting the wheels
start
on that
crying.
motherfucker.
When he cut that
I'm
fucking
about to
ribbon,
cry, nigga. The
when
fuck?
he cut that ribbon, and we see, even if it's just one boy or girl, that they life changed, we can go back and it's gonna fuel other people to do great things. All right,
You know what?
Starting to move.
I
we're gonna do that.
think-
We're gonna do that.
Starting
I
to move it
think
on. Not saying for
Monday,
ears, goddammit.
I might do a no call, no show.
All
No.
right, somebody turn her mic off
Dang,
right
can
now.
I do that?
No.
call,
We got
show?
10 more minutes. I want to ask you one more thing. Rickie Jacobs, hood rat. This motherfucker, you know he a hood rat because he put two U's in hood.
Nah, somebody always had the correct way to spell it. That's
No,
why I
you
did that
probably
shit.
picked it that way.
You don't know
Look,
my
look,
life.
child support. That was something else. Look, so I asked him, I said, Rickie, before we have you on, what's some shit you want me to put in this post to let people know? And he put creative director, right? What else you put in that motherfucker? Creative director, writer,
'Cause I be writing.
and child support
Child
victim.
support's about- Yeah.
Why did you say it that way? What do you think is flawed about the child support system?
Ooh.
My brother said speak.
This is something I
Yo.
preach about, bro. When we down there in the harbor, it's something I
Nigga
preach
said
about. So
speak.
I'm hearing you right now.
Give the pros and cons. We got to understand that we got to give the full context, not just what ails us.
The only pro is there are some guys that deserve to be on child support because they do nothing.
Okay.
But then the downside of it is I feel as though I was put on child support more so not because lack of providing, but lack of providing for that individual.
Intimacy.
So the money
The lack
wasn't
of
going to the
intimacy.
kid.
Right.
The mama
That-
wanted the money. Now she want more
Nah.
money.
when
wants
she
you.
was mad. Yeah, exactly. When she
Oh.
when I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like my thing is like when I was with my son mother for real, you know what I mean? I was in my mid 20s and shit like that. You know what I mean? I w- I was a little ignorant, you know what I'm saying? I was just fucking with a lot of girls here and there, and she ain't like that. And she wanted to, you know what I mean? She wanted us to be a family and shit and all that, and I wasn't ready for that because I felt like the damage that I created, it was gonna come back. You know what I mean?
She wasn't
She
really
was
gonna
gonna see
back.
things that was gonna trigger her and make her think about the things I did prior to when, you know what I mean, we had Aiden or whatever. So I feel as though like the timing and the when I was served came right after I was fucking with my ex. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it had nothing to do with me not taking care of Aiden and shit like that because I was good. I was working 2 jobs. Matter of fact, I would come from East Baltimore, pick him up from her house just so she can go to work on time and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would pick him up from school every single day. And then when I had got a girlfriend or whatever, that's when I got put on. It started with the custody shit, and then
What,
she
you mean,
gave
you
me
mean you
less
ask,
di-
you ask for more? You ask for
You know
equal
what?
custody
It's one of
rights,
those-
and that's and that with the relationship, or what do
no,
you mean
it really
custody?
wasn't. It really wasn't that. Honestly, like when you kind of think you know somebody, your thoughts is, oh, she ain't gonna go through with this. So I didn't feel as though it was important to fight,
Mm.
and that's where I fucked up. I didn't take that shit serious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm in court. I'm like, all right, she really going through with this, and I still didn't. It still didn't really
It
register. I'm
didn't
just
register.
like,
They ain't
all right,
sinking like.
this is just a warning. But you know what I'm saying? When I'm getting like the actual document saying like, oh well, you can only get him from Thursday to Monday, and then child support comes after that, I'm just like, oh whoa shit. And then you know when people start getting boyfriends and shit, they start smelling themselves and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it was I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing about it is, time is more important than money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she complains about now because I pretty much don't see him as much as I used to because of, like I don't have a car no more, and then my work schedule is kind of conflicting with the personal time. So I get him when I'm free, you know what I'm saying? And she complaining about time now, but I'm just like,
You spending more time with
you
them.
you weren't complaining about time. You wasn't thinking about time when you requested less days for me versus more days for you. You know what I'm saying, like that, because you wanted to legitimize your case for getting child support. You know what I'm saying? Like they can pretty much get it if the child is with them
More
longer,
often, right?
More often and shit like that. So
It's a game.
yeah,
It's not necessarily for the
it-
child.
Right.
yeah, and that shit, naturally it fucks with the child. You know what I'm saying? It fucks with your kids. You know what I'm saying? And people, like, a lot of women don't really like care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They
Do you
just
think that's the majority?
I definitely think that shit majority, man, because like sometimes like you may have your pitfalls or whatever, but like I said, like, you spending time and you making efforts to put yourself in a better position to take care of your kid. Give a nigga some time. But sometimes, you may have people that
They use
in
their
your
child
inner
as a
circle
gun.
that put a battery in your back. Like, I think that's like the end all be all is like, just put them on child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't never give nobody. That's the first thing they want to do. Niggas is on child support pretty much before the child is even born. Like, on some real shit.
Yeah,
You
some
know what
are.
I'm saying? And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's
How does it balance with the money you already provided?
And that's another
Is it
thing.
drastically more, or is it around the same amount?
not drastically more, but I mean, to take it a thought further, like, let's just say like all right, for instance, like let's just say my check could have been 11, or it would have been 1,100 before child support takes it out. Child support comes out, it's and look, I'm not a mathematician. It ends up being 800. It leaves me with $888 or some shit. My rent is $925. I'm fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not going, they
don't give a
the
fuck about
leasing
none of
office
that.
ain't going to want to hear like, oh, you short $35, $50. They don't want to hear that shit. So what about my well-being, like what type of like consideration you have for my well being, knowing that your son got to come here with me.
Well, check it out.
You know what I'm
Let's offer a counter argument, right? We were talking about systemic, right?
Okay.
How it's a cycle. You were a young man, and you took some adult action, and it was a product of that, right?
Yes.
So that's where it started. That was the genesis of it, right? Now, fast forward, you don't want to be with her for reasons of not being a trigger, and then she's now, but it all started back with maybe a choice that wasn't the most thought out choice for a lot of us. And sometimes it's not even so much we're bad people. Sometimes you let the dick in too long, and they didn't want to have an abortion. Whose fault is it?
Right.
It's
Definitely.
not necessarily her
Yeah,
fault
yeah,
because
yeah.
now it's like, okay, look, we got this baby to raise, and in your case, it sounds like you were providing for your child, but some others aren't receiving that. So then you saying, man, it's cruddy that you taking out of my check, now I can't feed myself. But she was like, well, look, nigga, you came in me, and you told me you was gonna be there, and now you not there. So then we got to the point now where I gotta hound you for money, and you don't want to be. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people I've heard.
People, right.
So yes, it got to this point, and yes, it might be fucked up, but if you rewind back to the other steps, it started with two consenting adults, and a lot of times that just didn't make the proper choice.
Right. But my thing is also going back to what he said on the underlying part of it. Sometimes you think you know a person until some shit hits the fan. Yeah. Because everything could be short, sweet, and simple, and y'all can have a kid. Shit could be cool, but then you're like, all right, well, if you never had that conversation with somebody and knowing that they might still feel some kind of spiteful towards you or something like that, you thinking this shit's cool. You like, all right, well, I got a girlfriend.
But why do you think it was cool though? He didn't. Like if you don't commit to a motherfucker, ain't no girl gonna be cool with that. My father left, right? Fuck him, I love him. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say this story, right? So my father say, look, I'm gonna go to my ex-girl joint, right? She got all my shit in the crib, right? She gonna hold my shit, and then I'm gonna have her send it to me 6-8 months later to Vegas. And I'm thinking like, oh, for real? Cause mommy put your shit out the week you left that one time, so she gonna hold you. So he goes to see her, and all of a sudden she's mad at him, and he can't believe it. He's like, why is she so mad? All I did was leave her for the 4th time and leave permanently now and didn't leave her any rent money and really wasn't a great boyfriend. What's the problem? There's a reason for this shit. So she didn't get the relationship. That's not his problem. He don't got to love her. But she also didn't get what she thought she was going to get out of this deal other than more responsibility. So it's like, you can't expect a motherfucker to be like, all right, you right. People are humans. They're going to do fucked up shit when they feel they got fucked up.
Can I speak on a woman's perspective?
No. Of course you can.
Fuck them. Go ahead, Mom.
First of all, no disrespect to women, but I feel like we put too much on the man.
Speak.
And
Rickie-
just
Rickie
the way I was brought up is that my mom was self-sufficient. She took care of me, my brother. I look at that woman like my father and my mom. Yes, I saw my dad every day, but he wasn't doing nothing. He was out there fucking bitches, making kids. So my mom had to do what she had to do to provide for her children. If you see where your man ain't providing, forget putting him on child support. I love you to death. I would not put you on child support. I would bust my ass and take care of my kids. And guess what? As they get older, they would know that you a deadbeat.
Oh, but listen, guess what comes with that though?
It's not for me to tell them.
Yeah,
they would know that
yeah.
daddy
But listen.
didn't provide for me. I know my father didn't provide for me.
But does that make the
Mommy
person
did it
wrong
all.
that they seek additional? I'm not talking about taking advantage of it. What you and Mikey are talking about, that is some real shit. There are motherfuckers out here. You hear the basketball player. Let's get beyond us. Hold on, real quick.
Women are using these men for their money for
You
child
can't say a lot of
support.
women though.
I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say.
That's
some.
why I
I'ma
asked
say
him.
some. Because a lot
They're
of these
out
women
there.
that I see on social media, all they talk about is child support. Bitch, why aren't you working?
That's
Shit
not the
disgusting,
looking
yo.
for a baby daddy that you knew that was a deadbeat that you laid down with.
Beforehand,
Come
too.
on
like,
now. And now you want his money, and you know that nigga ain't making no money.
My thing is about.
First of all, I ain't gonna lay down with a nigga who's fucking broke.
But let me.
'Cause I know
Will
you ain't
you
putting
not? What if he real sexy?
No.
Cause I didn't heard some stories. Look.
Looks ain't all that. Looks ain't all that. You gotta be
Swipe your
bringing
card on my
something
pussy
to the
first. You gotta
table.
make sure you got some
You
money.
gotta be bringing something to the table. If you're laying down with a nigga that you know that isn't financially stable, why do you want to get child support for him? Then he ain't making no money.
But
Wow, wow.
But why does she have to then take on all of the financial responsibility?
No, you're right. You're right.
But we did talk about self-accountability and just knowing, like, what
keep
your
your leg closed and don't be fucking a nigga.
But that's not real though, because listen, how many bad choices have we made on account of our genitals?
We can't justify it.
I've had sex with women raw,
Right.
and by the grace of God, I walked away without a disease. I wasn't smart that night. I was not smart that night. This would be a whole nother story. Nick got AIDS. You heard Nick, man. Nick getting skinny.
Shut up, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like
that
that
could have been an
word.
alternate, but I just got lucky. I could have had a kid a long time ago. We could have had a kid years ago. We wasn't ready. And just by the grace of God, my pullout game was amazing. I hit backflips out the pussy, nigga. Real quick. Or my dick don't work. To be continued. Who knows? But listen, in y'all case, right, it's anecdotal, it's subjective, and it's real. There are men out here who are being taken advantage of, where the system does not give a fuck. And ultimately, it might be even so much that they put it in place knowing that you can't keep up, and eventually they're going to get you in jail and get money off you that way, right? So it is a game we playing. But let's rewind back, and what Rickie is trying to do by stopping the cycle, by teaching young men, okay, listen, let me tell you something, young buddy. You having sex, keep that condom. Man, why? I don't feel good. I want that raw dog. Okay, cool. But if shorty crazy and you fucking her thinking, oh, man, da-da-da-da, now you looking at this, that, and that. Man, how you know? That's where the counselor come in. Fam, I've been there. I'm here. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Imagine what happens
She ain't
when
just
you go
going
to pay the
chill.
rent.
She ain't just going to do her thing. Now you got to jump states or a country because you got 4, 5 baby mamas after that ass. And then they try and put you in jail for back. So it's rewinding back and saying, okay, I'm horny
Nigga,
right
why
now.
you think I had so many fucking Instagram names?
I told you he was running for somebody. But no,
I'm fucking
we
with
got to
you. I'm
give
fucking
them
with you.
shit. But we also, like you kept saying, self-accountability.
Yeah.
And it's a little late for that in this case because where we all grown now. But what he's doing with this home is he's going to help maybe stop the cycle for that next generation. Like, look,
True.
make sure that if you're going to leave it in, make sure you're ready to be all in.
Right. All the
Yeah.
way.
Go ahead.
Because she going to be ready to be all in.
Hey, Rickie, just some word of encouragement, brother.
What's your name? Let them know who you are.
This is Michael, Mike Perfecto, Mike
The mic
Ashala,
got louder.
Mike Judah. But listen, it's the fact that you knowing what you did wrong, right? Essentially from the beginning. And then you making the corrective step. We all make mistakes.
Preach.
And we all have a time to repent
Preach.
and become a man. Yes, in the system, it's against us. You know, we can't be men and properly be men to our children because we have to deal with this and Shaniqua and all these other stuff.
Why her name got to be
like that.
Shaniqua?
Right.
Why she can't be Ashley?
It's Shaniqua.
It couldn't be
'cause
April.
she's not-
Shaquita.
But honestly, it's us realizing the fact that what we take accountability for and how we change. And as your son grows older, you know, he respects you no matter how much money you may have.
Right.
He respects you because of what you're doing. And the
He
love
knows
that
his
you're
daddy
showing.
love him.
He knows that you're his father. And he knows that you would do anything for him. And in the end, that is essentially what counts. You can throw all this child support shit under the,
Yeah, all
under the
them games.
table. It absolutely means nothing in the end because when you're old and you know you're on your last dime, guess who's going to be in your corner more? Your son.
Right.
Your son is going to be there
True.
to take care of you
Preach.
because he knows that you did you went through all the obstacles. As the Bible says, you went through the fire and you came out.
Reigning
When that
champ.
temper was over, you started to show your goldness, to who you truly are when you are under these type of obstacles.
Yo, gold.
You're really the gold one, even though you make
Oh,
mistakes.
the gold one.
Because even the woman that you dealt with, how many mistakes have she made?
Right.
What gives her any right to judge you upon the mistakes that you have made?
Nigga. Real shit.
So I mean, just take that as a word of encouragement.
Yeah,
Don't
thank
take
you.
it as I did something and fuck. Listen, bro, we all did something. I did something. I'm dealing with a baby mother and the same type of issues. But I put my faith in God and I ask Him to bring me out of these situations where He can provide blessings to me, man.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Amen,
Thank you.
amen.
Shit.
And
Let
then
the
a
church
lot of
say.
people say, watch who you lay down with, but these days you can't really know.
You-
Because a person you might can know
They go that
them,
90-day probation
and then when
period.
You have a kid with them, everything.
See,
changes.
now niggas want a probationary period
Yeah.
now. Like, yo, if we don't work out, are you going to come after me at the courts?
No, they say everybody.
Check right there.
They say
Let me
people
know.
change. They say people.
I
They say
think
people.
child support
called a prenup.
is
Some bullshit.
it's
That
a
too.
cop out when I see a lot of women on social media. They
No,
talk
no.
about
I don't think child support is a
and
cop out.
No.
I think
but
it
they
can be a way to
no,
cop
but
out.
what I'm saying is that they take that money and they don't use it for the child.
That's
they
true.
use it for themselves.
So that's the
I
person.
see it
It's
on
not child
social
support.
media all the
All right, do you
time.
think,
Well,
do
that
y'all
comes
think
with a
somewhere
system
there's a
fix.
woman who asks only what she needs and gets only what she deserves? I mean, it has to be, right? It can't just be everybody balling in
I'm
Marshalls.
pretty sure there is.
Right. So there are people out there.
I
There's
think-
something wrong with the
See,
system.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I think that comes with. a lot of different things need to be reformed politically, socially, all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
Like it's got to be a always evolving process, but that comes with everybody having to speak up with the issues that they deal with too. You know what I mean? Because if you let the stuff fall to the wayside, then of course it's going to eventually get swept underneath of the rug. Just because, all right. So for instance, like how we was talking about the whole R. Kelly trial, like it was this big ass thing.
Man, that nigga did that
And-
shit.
You know what
Guilty
I'm
as
saying?
fuck.
So it was this
Like,
big
man,
ass thing. Everybody was but eventually, as time goes on and stuff like that, then it falls to the wayside. And next thing you know, it doesn't become a factor.
Right.
So if we do the same thing, whether it's prison reform, whether it's the child enforcement system, if we let it continuously go to the wayside, then it's never going to get fixed.
man.
So that has to come with everybody. And if he starts up a group home,
We start this group home. That's where
he
he
started
stops.
the group home to stop the next generation from having to deal with that. Then that can also help with the reform of it as well.
Imagine him providing legal counsel, or just Mikey like to say edifying, right? Letting these little kids look. I'm not just going to tell it to you. Look, it's a place you can go and read about child support and custody laws, so you can not be taken advantage of. But we got to stop the cycle, and somebody got to start it. And if not us, who? And if not now, when? I pulled that for somebody. It was dope.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
that
always
shit-
no. We've heard it before. It's okay. But cheers
What's
to
it-
that one.
what's it- So we don't end off on that somber note. How many more babies you got coming? No, fuck with you.
That right tip, man.
Yeah, what's up in them bars, man? You keep talking about you don't rap no
bars.
more.
I'm a rapper too, man. My brother's a rapper.
No. We ain't about that stuff right today.
I know.
It's not about us. Listen, I heard. Listen, I got some shit coming. Don't you worry.
Hey, I thought we was
But-
making a booth. We not making a booth?
We
gonna make the
We
booth?
gotta make booth bunny, nigga. What the fuck?
I know. I know.
We getting a jet here. I guess we is. Right?
Booth rent.
But
He good.
real talk,
Thank you.
one of the latest bars I heard, you and Soup got some shit that I was hearing online that was dope. But you had that shit with Money Monroe.
Oh,
That's a real hard track. So was that? Yeah. Is that all we doing, or you got anything else in the works? What's going on?
I'm just doing features right now.
Okay.
Till I get my, computer equipment and all that set up again. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm just doing features. And
Something
it's
we should
dope
look out
that
for?
niggas hit me up for the features because I haven't put out like a project, full-length project in like 4 or 5 years.
That's how you know you nice though.
Yeah.
Niggas fucking with your old shit so hard they want you on they new shit.
Right. And it's all love. It's not. I don't think it's for like any type of like clout chasing type of thing. Because I don't have any clout.
That's
They
how
do
you know it's
anything
real
for
though.
clout.
If
Do
they not looking
anything
for traffic,
clout. Do anything for clout. That's my shit. Sorry.
that's your shit. No, you ain't
That's
say
my
something
shit.
like that.
That's my
I
shit.
love that song. Yeah.
No, I tell her, look, Mikey looking at me like, boy, Nick about to get mad. No, I want her to jump in and do anything.
I don't care if your brother get mad.
Lord Jesus. He's like, boy. Anyway,
You just gave it an eyebrow.
you want to leave us with anything
I
else?
just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my goodness.
Oh, he
Yo.
pulled the mic off, y'all. Everybody shut up. This nigga said, to somebody, he said, well, let me. Lord.
let me see.
What you about to say,
Let me see your tongue ring. So now
You said, let me see something.
Hey, motherfucker, shut up. Let Rickie say what he got to say.
Y'all retarded.
Go ahead, Rickie.
yeah, for real. See, when you go to Baltimore public city schools and shit, you end up retarded. Yeah. But oh, he doing the zoom in. So I look at that.
Yeah, the front of the head.
All right, check this out. You on 106 and Park. You now checking out the number 5 video. You know what I'm saying? My new video. Get money, fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, coming in to us making this shit my number 1. You know what I'm saying?
He on me child support. Get her the fuck out of here.
It's like, no, yo, anybody that's watching this for real, man, just log on the website, knowinthedark.com. It's like glow in the dark, but it's know in the dark. It's very dope. Their memoirs and everything I put on there is it really happened. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's
Knowledge.
something you just digest, devour in your spare time. You know what I'm saying? If it help you get through the day, you know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to do for real, man.
I enjoy him. I enjoy him.
Yeah.
thank
I know
you,
one
thank you.
thing that when you read them motherfuckers, it's real.
Oh yeah, they real, yo.
But
It
you be
ain't-
like, I
look,
think I know who he talking about too.
hey yo, shut up. There's no editing on there. Like if I misspell some shit, fuck you. I don't care. I type the way I talk on there. Like it's organic. I enjoy writing, and I know for some people that have some type of like therapeutic activities that they like doing, like such as reading. it's something dope that you should check out for real. For
Dope.
real.
Know in the Dark.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Facebook too? Or just Instagram?
Um,
I know it's on Instagram.
it's on Instagram.
All right,
My
Instagram.
fault.
We'll share. We make
Yo,
sure we
lit.
share. We always continue to share. It's dope. He drunk. No.
I ain't drunk.
Well,
He
thank you
lit,
so much
though.
for coming on. Not safe for ears. We
Bro,
appreciate
this
you,
shit's a
Rickie.
dope time. Thank you,
Rickie.
thank you.
We're gonna see you again real soon. We appreciate you, bro, and we'll continue to work.
Definitely, because
and-
next time I'm gonna be selling condoms. I ain't lying though.
What do you call them? Like no child support condoms? What you call them? It'd be a picture of him like this. He'd be like, "Nigga, you want child support? No, put a goddamn condom on, boy."
That's
No,
what
no.
you have on the front of that shit.
It'd be a baby,
No.
and it crossed out like.
So look, no real shit. I ain't even bluffing.
On the back of the condom, it had like reasons why. He'd be like, district law legislation. That might be funny as fuck.
yo, nah, yo.
That might be funny.
No, you gotta
Niggas
put
read
it-
the bed like, all right,
You
maybe
gotta
I
put it in the
should.
box.
Nah. So the brand that I'm going to drop is going to be called hoodies. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Hoodies. They're better than hats. They're better than hats.
All right.
You get the-
Yeah, I got
All right, cool. Yeah.
it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so
No, I like it. No, I like it.
Got it.
no,
I ain't
I
gonna
like,
tell
yo,
you.
I be
Yeah,
laughing
yeah.
when I say that shit to myself like hoodies, they're better than hats.
I like it.
Yeah, so definitely, yo.
Is that gonna be for like medium dick niggas or big dick niggas or little dick? Because if you a real little dick nigga, you like hoodie nigga. I don't like that. I'm like,
They got hoodies in all sizes, right?
hey, they got hoodies in all sizes, right?
I might have to take that one.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Hoodies in all sizes.
Yeah, one size fit all, man. Like a fitted cap.
All right.
Nigga got
When-
adjustable straps on that motherfucker.
It stretches.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Let's wrap it up. Now, Saviors, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Marvin gonna close this out real quick.
All right. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Not Safe for Ears. Make sure you check us out on Instagram and Not Safe for Ears. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. Make sure y'all hit the notifications for when we go on live and on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes.
Tools. Oh, my fault. I'm bad.
No, you good, bro. You good. You good.
Shit.
Look, make sure y'all get us the emails. Y'all want to see anybody on. Y'all got anybody y'all want to connect with, whatever the case may be. Make sure y'all hit us in the email at notsafeforears@gmail.com. Once again, thanks again for coming out.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Ricky.
so much.
Thank you.
Yay.
Mike coming through.
Yeah,
Mike
We
coming
got
through.
Momo, the first lady.
Coming back on.
I shall lie.
And we out, bitch.
Yeah.
And we out, bitch. Hey.